Well, good morning. Welcome to our solo walk. Another beautiful day here in British Columbia. And that, well, you ever notice that things just don't seem right? You know, uh, just I don't I don't come on here to try to get you to think any specific way, and that and but if you have eyes to see and ears to hear, you can see that things just aren't quite the way you would hope they should be. I guess you could put it that way. That things are being manipulated and distorted and twisted, and you're being lied to and separated and divided, all on purpose. But I'm not here to, like I said, I'm not here to do your research for you. I'm not here to get you to think any certain way. But I do hope that I can stir a little bit in you to actually look around and check into things on your own. Because I can tell you all kinds of things. There's all kinds of channels here on this YouTube stuff and around trying to tell you, what to think and how to do this and where to get that information. But, if you can't look at it yourself and come to an understanding that things aren't right, nothing I can say is going to change your mind. If you're not willing to see, if you're not willing to look and to listen to the signals, not the noise, but the signals that are being sent. It's nothing I can say or do is going to change that. Now, if you are looking, at, say, like Canada here and our new Prime Minister, and that you can look into his background, read his book that pretty much tells you what he thinks. Look at his speeches that he's given to the UN and the World Economic Forum, pretty much tells you. And that when you talk of the World Economic Forum, when 50 to 70% of our government is affiliated in some way with them, and our Prime Minister was sitting on boards with them, and our former finance minister, I don't know what she is now, our former what do you call her, vice prime minister, or whatever the hell it was, and that when she sits on boards for them, and that, just go to the World Economic Forum's website and read what they're about. Don't read the titles, read the articles, because the titles all sound good. Same with United Nations and their sustainable goals for 2030, for 2030, all this other shit. But actually check into it and see what the signals are, not the noise. There's one little, I guess, YouTuber or whatever you call them, moose on the loose, that goes through our Prime Minister's investment portfolio and how it's all tied together with different green projects and different financial projects and stuff. And that, you know, it's amazing how things are all spiderweb together. And, you know, and if you're south of the border in the States, you know, it's the same thing. It doesn't matter which government's in, they're all tied together. They're all heading us in the same spot. And that if you are interested in how, what they were calling the deep state and the governments and that are all tied together, and the technology and the technocrats and all the other bullshit, and that, look up Whitney Webb. She seems to have a pretty good way of connecting all the dots of that too. And that's all I'm going to say on those things, because if you're not willing to look into it yourself and to look past the noise and past the theater, and that, you won't see it anyway. You don't want to see it. You've been so programmed into the system that you're not open to trying to understand the evil that's being done to civilization. Yeah, so that's a fine way to start the day, isn't it? Yeah. But you know, that's, like I said, I'm not here to get you to think anyway at all. But I do encourage you to give yourself permission to start to understand what's going on. Give yourself permission to realize that you've been played, that we've been played, and that as a humanity we've been played. And but the only thing that I really try to get across in any of my videos and that is that you are more than enough. That you weren't born broken. That you're not broken. That you are a divine spark. And that one that you've been told that you need to come fix it for you and to save you and all this other shit. And that isn't out there somewhere. It's in here. That you are the one you've been waiting for. That the most capable hands are right here. You know, right at the end of your wrist. And that you are the answer. It's just give yourself permission to just be. Quit trying to live up to the stories that's been told to you. Quit trying to be something or someone that you're not. Take off the masks. And, you know, there's all kinds of instructional videos, I guess, or whatever, on how to find yourself and how to connect with whatever. You know, they have all this shit out there about Palladians and Archons and Anunnaki and God and different religions and all this stuff. And I find it all interesting, don't get me wrong. I find it interesting to listen to some of that stuff and that, but right here, right now, what difference does any of that shit make, really? And right here, right now, the only thing that makes a difference is you and your willingness and openness to connect to spirit. And the only way I can see or understand that you can really connect with that spirit is in the still, quiet times, in the stillness, in that moment of total quietness. Let your mind shut down. Still the thoughts, still the noise, and that. And yeah, like I said, there's all kinds of videos out there, and how to do that with different meditating and prayer and so on and so forth. And if that helps you quiet your mind, yeah, go ahead. If standing in the corner on your head and twisting your left foot to the right and pointing with your right hand to the left helps you quiet your mind, do it, But don't think that you need someone or something to show you how to connect and how to find who you are, what you are. There's, like I've said before, we're here to support each other. We're here to build each other up. And we're here to help each other, love each other. But the only way you're going to connect with who and what you are is just to sit and listen to your spirit and to that still small voice that's within. Connect with your spirit, with your heart. Realize that you are love. Realize that you are a spiritual being here just having that human experience. And that we're just here for the experience. And we're here to love each other. We're here to build each other up, I think. We're here to love each other. We're here to just to experience and quit trying to be something that we're not. Quit listening to the programs. Quit listening to like I said, all that noise. And when that noise is coming at you, just see what the signal is that it's trying to bring. Because most of it is just all distraction. Most of it is to take you away from the moment. And the only thing we have right now is this moment. The only thing that there is now. So just be aware of what's going on, like I said, with the governments and with the politicians and with all the friggin' noise that's out there. Sure, be aware of it, but don't let it control you. You're the one that controls you. Like I said, you're more than enough. You were born whole. You weren't born damaged. You weren't born into sin. You weren't born broken. And I think all that is a learned experience from the program, from the system. So yeah, just be the best you can be. Do the best you can with what you have, where you are. First off, learn to love yourself. Give yourself grace. And give yourself the permission to do that. Like I said, you're the one in control. You're the one that knows best what's good for you, and where you need to go and how you need to go. I don't know how for you to connect. I know how it works for me, and it's all in that quiet time. Not when you actually start to listen, you start to connect with spirit, connect with nature, connect with Gaia, connect with yourself. Know, like I said, that you are more than enough, and you are totally capable. You don't need any part of the system to complete you. Yeah, you know, the system's here, and like I said before, we have to participate in it in some way or form, but don't let it control you. You control it and how much you participate. That's, again, you are the one that knows what's best for you. So anyway, we'll just leave her there. I don't know whether that makes any sense to anybody, but I hope it does. Know that you're loved. Reach out, give your loved ones a hug. Tell them they're loved. Look in the mirror. Tell yourself, you are more than enough, and you got this. I am that I am. Anyway, be blessed. Have a great day. We love you. We'll talk at you again. Bye-bye.